All right, so welcome back for another deep dive.
Always a pleasure.
We've got something pretty interesting lined up today.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're taking a look at Donald Trump's plans for a second term
Hmm.
as president. And it's really a collection of like articles, video clips,
Yeah.
the whole nine yards.
Right.
So it's a window into a hypothetical future, right?
A fascinating thought experiment.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To see kind of like what could have happened
Yeah,
had things gone a bit differently in the last election cycle.
absolutely. And, we're not just talking about campaign promises here. We're
Hmm.
talking about actual, concrete plans he had across so many different areas.
Yeah.
It gives us a real glimpse into his governing philosophy,
Yeah.
had
Yep.
he had the opportunity to put these into practice.
Yeah, and where better to start than immigration, right?
Right.
One of the hot button issues,
Always a hot topic.
and Trump was really pushing for some pretty dramatic changes. He was talking about large scale deportation raids,
Yeah.
way beyond what we had seen before,
Oh, absolutely.
and he even wanted to make that remain in Mexico policy permanent.
Right.
Essentially making asylum seekers
Yeah.
wait outside the U.S. indefinitely.
And that's where things get really complicated,
Yeah.
Think about the logistics of something like that, the
Mhm.
resources needed,
Yeah.
the potential for, families to be torn apart,
Yeah.
the legal challenges that would inevitably come up.
Right.
I mean, remember what happened during his first term with the travel ban?
Right.
There was chaos lawsuits. It was a mess.
Right.
This would have been on a whole other level.
Yeah. It's
It's hard to even fathom.
yeah. And from one potential chaotic situation to another,
Right, right.
let's talk about the economy.
Okay.
Trump was very pro-tariff.
Yes.
He was really aiming to boost American manufacturing and
Mhm.
reduce our reliance on
On basically everyone else, it seems like.
everyone else, right?
Yeah.
Just us.
Uh-huh.
Make America great again.
Oh, well, it's a classic protectionist approach, right?
Right.
But history shows us that it can be a very double-edged sword.
Yeah.
Sure, some industries might have seen a resurgence,
Right.
steel, for example,
Right.
but at what cost?
Yeah.
Experts were predicting price hikes on everyday goods,
Hmm.
potentially hurting the very consumers that Trump claimed to be championing.
Right. Right.
And let's not forget about the potential for retaliatory tariffs from our trading partners.
Right.
I mean, we could have seen a global trade war break out.
Yeah, yeah. From potential trade wars to potential education revolutions,
Okay.
Trump's American Academy proposal
Yes, yes.
really caught my eye.
Interesting concept.
Yeah, it was supposed to be this massive shakeup of higher education,
Right.
but the details were always a bit murky.
Yeah, it was more of a concept than a concrete plan.
Right.
Some people saw it as a way to break the grip of the elite universities,
Right.
offer cheaper skills-focused education.
Yeah.
Others worried that it would undermine the liberal arts,
Right.
devalue traditional degrees. I mean, it would have been a huge gamble
Yeah.
with no guarantee of success.
All right. Well, hold on your hats, folks.
Boy.
Because now we are entering the what if zone of foreign policy.
Here we go.
Buying Greenland,
Okay.
annexing Canada,
Right.
taking back the Panama Canal.
Mm-hmm.
These weren't just like offhand remarks.
Well,
He actually had people looking into this stuff.
I think it's important to understand the context here.
Yeah.
Trump's foreign policy was often very transactional,
Mm-hmm.
focused on what he saw as wins for America.
Right.
Even if it meant, upending decades of diplomacy.
Yeah.
These proposals, as outlandish as they might seem,
Yeah.
really reflect that mindset.
Right.
Imagine the global backlash, the potential for instability.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a stark reminder of how quickly things could have escalated.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And on a more somber note, there's the issue of the January 6th pardons.
Right?
Trump was very adamant about granting clemency
Yes.
to those involved in the Capitol riot,
Yeah.
which would have been unprecedented.
Presidential pardons are a powerful tool,
Right.
but they're not meant to be used lightly.
Yeah.
This would have been seen by many as a blatant disregard for the rule of law,
Right.
further fueling the already intense divisions in the country.
Right.
The legal and ethical implications are just staggering.
So we've taken this journey through a potential second Trump term,
We have.
a world of stricter immigration tariff wars, education upheaval,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
some truly eyebrow-raising foreign policy moves.
It's a lot to think about.
Yeah, it's a lot to take in, and I'm curious what stands out to you.
Mhm.
What aspect of this alternate timeline sparks your imagination.
Yep.
Makes you wonder what if.
Right.
I mean, we've only scratched the surface here.
That's true.
And I encourage you to delve deeper. Explore these topics further
Absolutely.
and see where your own deep dive leads you.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
Exactly.
It's a starting point.
Yeah, and there's so much more to uncover.
So much more to uncover.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, well, until next time,
See you then.
stay curious.
Stay curious.